YouTube, a website of dreams, both fulfilled and broken. Not many survive this ghastly abyss, even less succeed. So what propels people to navigate this horrific battlefield? Well, the answer differs from person to person, but something about that dream makes people want to upload their stories, entertainment, and overall, self. Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Black Curtain Saga! I did not expect to be back here so soon, but a recent turn of events has forced my return. As you may have noticed, the number underneath this video has increased, had a bit of an influx. And that is thanks to two particular creators named Jacksfilms and Azzyland. I've been following Jack for quite some time, love his stuff. My favorite thing of his is Dracula is more popular than content. I disagree with the overall thesis, but I am pro-vampire, so what can I say? I swear I saw Jack one time at a Ben Folds and Cake concert. I swear I saw him. I just can't prove it. I didn't expect this video to be reacted to because I submitted this for something called Creator Bingo, which Jack no longer does, but I was surprised to see it in this collaboration, so thank you very much for shoving me in. I thought this video was submitted to the ether. As he seems like a very thoughtful and nice creator. And Jack's Jack, he's been doing this for years. I'm obviously super flattered that both of them enjoyed the flick. I say flick, it's a short film. Not even that, it's a YouTube video. I'm glad they enjoyed the YouTube video. These two had a wonderful collaboration with each other where they reacted to my video essay on puppets, and they had nothing but kind words to say, which it sincerely flattered me. And so I thought with this recent surge of new subscribers, I would reintroduce myself and react to this video and tell you why it means so much to me. So, first and foremost, hello! My name is Gage Agnew. You're supposed to shake back. Okay, that's fine. We can move on from this. A little bit about me. Originally, I am from Florida. Now I am based in Los Angeles. I like movies, TV shows, YouTube, video games, basically any media you can consume with a screen. That's for me. And I generally try to give a positive and educational and entertaining, hopefully, perspective on whatever subjects I pursue in my videos. And I've been making these videos for about 7 years, about 6 of them are on camera. I know what you're thinking. How could I hide a pretty little face like this? When I was a kid, I originally wanted to be an actor, but then I learned you have to do what the director tells you to do. And I don't really like being told what to do. So I decided not to do that and do film production. There was a film production class in my high school, and me and my cousin had made a lot of fun short films throughout high school and college. And speaking of college, I went for digital media production as well as to have a minor in film studies. I met a lot of super cool people there. I've met Alex and Vinny, both of who I still work with to this day. After college, I moved to Los Angeles, and I have had some great experiences here that I wouldn't trade for the world, as well as met some awesome people who I love to the moon and back. They're great. For a little bit after college, I was a little resistant to don the YouTuber mantle because there's this stigma going around that if you were a YouTuber, you couldn't be a serious artist. That's still kind of around today. People are like, oh, your short film's on YouTube, not Vimeo, whatever. It's a short film. It should speak for itself. But eventually I did do YouTube, and I'll admit, it was harder than I thought. When people think of any examples in the artistic field of success, they usually think of the outliers that are superstars, like your Tommy Cruise or Mr. Smosh. Man, whatever happened to Mr. Smosh? I hope he's doing okay. Can someone check on him? I knew it would be difficult, but I didn't know how long that journey would be. And even now, after reaching this milestone, I'm still not finished with this journey. I still got a lot more to offer, got some awesome videos coming up, and you're gonna be rocked! I make myself laugh sometimes because I like to rock. Anywho, back to Gage Agnew lore. I kinda of ignored all the advice that experienced YouTubers gave me. The biggest thing that I got was do quantity over quality. And my artsy fartsy side did not like that. As a person who makes videos, I view them all as sort of this artistic expression of myself. And I would rather have one video that I'm super proud of than 5 that I'm indifferent to, or even just okay with. I figured if I had one video that really blew up, I would have a quality backlog for people to go back and watch my other endeavors. I think Nakey Jakey did something similar to that. In fact, can we get Nakey Jakey on the screen, Jimmy? Get Nakey there he is, there he is. I met him once at VidCon. He's a frickin' sweetheart. When I first started, I wanted to do something along the lines of like super niche content with a nostalgic bend to it. That's why a lot of the earlier Gage Your interests are like on concession stands and video stores. Something that not a lot of people, I think, are talking about. But as time went on, I've kind of leaned more into the nostalgia factor of it. Not that I don't want to be niche with my stuff. I mean, hey, my Resident Evil video is about one of Capcom's most popular franchises. As time went on though, I started to lean into that nostalgia factor a little bit more and pull more from my life, which leads to the puppet video. Puppets were a subject I wanted to cover for a long time, but if I were to cover them, I wanted to cover them right. I wanted to do them justice. So I contacted my friend Rachel Burson at Rachel Made Studio on Instagram. Go follow her. She constructed this custom-made puppet over the course of a year, and it was really worth the effort because I think the puppet turned out spectacular. We went to actual set. I live in a studio apartment, so we did not have the space for us to do all that work in this little area. And so we went all the way downtown. It was this place next to a motorcycle club. That did not help with the audio. Don't recommend that, but I now know it was cheaper than other places for a reason. And we had an awesome team to help out. Along with Rachel the Puppeteer, we had Dan, Dodge, Tony, Mary, and Jeff. We even had my good friend Aaron do an original song for us, which was really cool. When this initially came out in 2022, I was thrilled that it broke 100 views within 24 hours. I felt very proud of that. But I never expected it to have a resurgence like it did in the past week. I know in the grand scheme of things, a couple thousand views on YouTube isn't a lot. However, for a channel under 1,000 subs and making it an original video and taking a year to make, I am super proud of reaching that level of recognition. I put a lot of myself in Gage Your Interest, and this one has a lot of me in it. So I'm thrilled that people are seeing it and are really enjoying it. Thanks a lot. Alrighty, thank you for bearing through that history lesson. Now let's get into the reaction. However, unfortunately, due to YouTube's copyright stance, I can't go and just show you the video. So I'm gonna have a friend of mine react to said video.
Oh no, this is the hardest type of question. How many subs does this channel have? All right, so we're gonna get 3 options.
I was wondering how they wash it on the inside. That's what I was wondering.
Well, Azzy, here's the thing. I don't. Thankfully, there's a bit of a sleeve in there, so the puppeteer's arm doesn't come in contact with the skin. It's not like soaked in fleece or anything. I assure you, this puppet is not soaked in sweat.
I love this presentation, right? Like, I don't know if this is a custom-made puppet, but first off, this is shot brilliantly, right? Like, really good quality camera, beautiful lighting.
It is.
Oh,
first of all, thank you for commenting on the production of the video. Like I said, it was like a whole crew, but for these desk shots, it was just me, Rachel, and my friend Dan. Dan did an awesome job with the lighting and such, which gave me the freedom to direct. I love directing. I kind of want to do short films where I'm not in it, so I can just focus on directing. I know this isn't the most original YouTube set with the subject in front of a computer, but I think the red curtain in the background really goes a long way to pop out the computer and the microphone and the puppet.
flexing with the wide-ass monitor. The very wide monitor. Love that. I didn't
I
notice
know,
that.
ballin'. Zoom in on the desktop.
Zoom in, yeah, enhance on the desktop.
Also, Azzy, how dare you try to zoom into my applications? I know that Microsoft Edge is in there, but I am more of a Chrome person through and through. Edge just comes standard with every Windows operating system. Sometimes I use Firefox as well. Also, I wanted to give credit to Jesse J. Jones for making the assets that Jack complimented in the video. He also animated my old introduction that I had for Gauge Your Interest. Thanks for that, bud. Hope you're doing swell.
I want to throw in a guess before the options pop up. So I'm going to say 20K.
I don't know.
So Jack's initial guess was 20,000 subscribers. By the way, small correction, in the short I put out, I said he was guessing 3,000 subscribers. He meant option number 3. What can I say? I'm pro Gage. I'm a pro Gage propagandist. So Azzy and Jack guessed the third option because I put a lot of effort into it, which is true. But Azzy's line of reasoning was that I couldn't do this and a side gig.
It's like, can you balance that and a side hustle? Okay, you know what I think it is? I think that their job is probably very similar to what they're doing on this channel, so it's probably comes easy to them. And it's like, they have the equipment already, they have the skills, and it's just clearly they're very artistic and very talented.
Which is kinda true. When I was working on this in 2021 and 2022, I had a side gig in the post-production world, but now I just work in retail, so I don't know. I'm not even monetized on YouTube. I just get support from less than a dozen people on Patreon, which I super appreciate, by the way. It means the world to me that you would go to a website, put your credit card information in, and give it to me. But I do want to give a sincere thank you to everyone who's helped me on Patreon. That's really helped a lot. It's just a little chunk of money, but it goes a long way. I'm skipping a little ahead in the video, but they had some very kind words to say about the thumbnail.
This is a gorgeous thumbnail. This, like, the background reminds me of like a thumbnail you'd see in like 2012, 14 or something like that with like the striped colors. That used to be big.
But it's new and updated.
Exactly. Look at that. They have a little custom gauge here, GYI, for Gauge Your Interest, their series. Like, that's brilliant. That's a lovely touch. It's gonna go a long way.
For these more recent Gauge Your Interest, I've been having artists that I know do custom thumbnails, and I think it really wraps the package up in a nice bow. This one was, in particular, was done by Froggy with Fries. I love that guy, very kind person, very talented person, and I went to see John Williams with him at the Hollywood Bowl, so that was really cool. Dare I say, even a blast. I did want to touch on the topic of subscribers here, because there's a common saying with artists that you should do art for the love of art, and that's mostly true. You should paint or do music or make videos because you like doing it. However, it is terribly demotivating when you put your soul and your opinions and yourself into something and people don't really resonate with it, or even worse, not care. Like I said, I've been making videos for about 7 years now, and I feel like I've barely made a ripple here on this website. At some point you gotta ask, am I doing something wrong? Because I feel like I'm making good videos, I feel like I'm funny, but the numbers don't really reflect that. And I was ready to take a break from videos and reassess what I was doing, and then this little reaction video comes along and really motivates me to keep going and keep pushing through this website. My goal for this year was to get 1,000 subscribers, and y'all just blew that out of the water. So now I gotta think of something to celebrate sooner rather than later, and also continue to make quality content. So thank you to Jack, and thank you to Azzy, and thank you to Jack's community, and most importantly, thank you, because some days I feel like I don't earn this support, and it's really validating and helpful that you have chosen to spend some time with me. And most of all, I wanted to thank me, Puppet Me, that is. So thanks for coming, guys. We'll see you next time. Make sure to like and subscribe. Help me out on Patreon. Bye-bye.